This is a 3-minute guide to the new Jorum beta, which I'll just call the new Jorum. We're going to look at a resource page first of all. As you can see, it's laid out cleanly. This is quite an unusual one in that in this large area of blue it has a lot of clickable tags. Let's have a look at it in more detail. Things you would expect to see: header bar, breadcrumb trail, title, clickable, author, not in the old Jorum. We can see what resources have been contributed by Brian Widget. Back to the resource. These tags are also clickable, they weren't in the old Jorum. What's been tagged Bears Law, let's have a look. Only one thing. However, what has been tagged UK OER, loads of stuff, and we can obviously page through it. Back to the resource. Permanent link. We've made the license much more visible. Click on that or on its icon, you get taken to the appropriate page at creativecommons.org. We can see all the geeky metadata by clicking on Show Full Record down at the bottom, and in page we see all the Dublin core metadata revealed for this particular resource. We can hide it again. Under resource contents, we can download individual items by clicking on their title. We see their preview. Here it is down in the bottom left. Additional note on statistical sampling.pdf. We can download all files with a single click. This involved a whole long chain of activity in the old Jorum with email addresses and so on. Drove people mad. Here we just download a single zip file, which you can see downloading there as I speak. And that's it basically for a resource page. Clean layout, visible things, colors carefully chosen, pixel spacing carefully chosen. Let's move on to sharing a resource. I've clicked on this link up here, share, in the top bar. I filled in some fields: title, Ruby lab exercise, a description, the authors, Mark van Harmelen, a bunch of clickable things which will become clickable tags: Ruby, agile development and programming, separated by commas. It belongs to a collection, HE Technologies, chose that. I've uploaded already a Ruby lab exercise by clicking on add file, and I can add as many as I want. I've chosen a license over here. It's a Creative Commons license, one of the several which are parameterizable. I've read the terms of service and I've clicked to agree to the terms of service, and I could hit submit to upload this. Browsing around, besides clicking on all those extra links and tags which we provided, you can browse around using the community structure. And here we see that, for example, in architecture, building and planning we have 56 resources, correct counts here, incorrect counts in the old Jorum, and we get a fair amount of information revealed: title, the authors, a quick description, the tags, so we can again click around under tags. What's under built environment? Oh, a whole load of stuff, for example. And that's it for browsing around through the existing structure. What about searching for stuff? Let's search for things which might mention the word Ruby. We have 4 resources. We search in a bunch of different places: in the title, in the author, in the description and in the tags. If we wanted to develop this further, we would put a bunch of facets down the left hand side so people who use search engines like Google could transfer to this without any great hassle. And we would put previews over here for the assets in the resource, such that if we clicked on them we'd get a preview window popping up in front of the screen, and we would be able to cycle through previews of the assets. See everything anywhere. In fact, the front end which presents this is particularly robust. It does a whole lot of stuff underneath the hood. It's easily adaptable. In 2 days we modified it for Scottish colleges, and with 2 person days worth of effort, with only 1 extra day needed to style the stuff, we didn't take that any further. Is this performant? Yes, indeed it is. We could upload 50 resources simultaneously, which is way over the top considering that the steady state resource addition for Jorum is somewhere in the region of 50 to 120 per month. And what about having a look at pages? Well, we're in a situation on the extreme left of the graph. We have concurrent resource requests down here. On the extreme left we have one concurrent request, which is the typical state for Jorum. We can go up to 170. This one is being served up in about half a second, very close to the server, and it is for a resource which has 99 assets, many with previews. And even if we were overloading this with 170 concurrent requests, incredibly unlikely with Jorum's current level, we would still get things served up safely, but with a much longer response time. And we've done a whole load of performance testing, response times for a resource with 32 assets, for example, response times for a resource which only contains a single doc, and so on and so on and so on. So that's it. The quick 3-minute, I hope, guide to Jorum. Bye.